What's up, everybody? What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Barber Block Podcast, where we talk to real barbers, real people, and we have real talk. We're here to inspire, to share, and to educate on the barber community. So thank you for tuning in to this episode. We got another great episode ahead. Got a great guest for you. Man, our guests have been fire, and today is going to be no different. So, man, please help me welcome Piztol Pete of Get Faded.
Get Faded.
Go ahead and shout out your shop.
Designs Unlimited Cuts and Perms, who's actually been there since 1995. We are the second generation. It was my mom's. It's a beauty shop and barber shop. So now we're taking over. So yeah, we in there. We grinding. We was there when haircuts was only $5.99.
$5.99.
And it didn't matter what kind of haircut it was. It was $5.99.
Flat rate prices.
So, you know, we've been around the block and then some. So
yes, sir.
It's been a wonderful journey.
Yes, sir. Sure. So let's just jump right in. Tell me about the name. How'd you get the name Piztol Pete?
Actually, it was from one of my fellows named Chavo from SMP, because we actually do that as well. Scalp Micropigmentation, which I have on my head as well, lined up. So he kind of just gave me that name, and it kind of just stuck, and we kind of just went with that.
Yeah. So let's see the SMP.
Oh, absolutely.
Show us the work.
I'm literally, have no hair in this area. And
yeah.
The educator that taught me, which is Eddie from Steady Eddie Micropigmentation, he's actually the one that did the service on me.
Yeah.
I'm educated. We actually do that out of our shop as well. So if anybody's interested, you can DM and. So
kind of explain what SMP is for those who don't know.
It's a scalp micropigmentation, which is kind of like not so much a tattoo on your head.
Yeah.
Which actually just creates an illusion of hair follicles.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's all blended. So you could do basically a zero, and you'll look like you have a lineup.
Yeah.
So it looks full, and it basically gives you confidence and makes you feel a lot better about just yourself in general, without having to walk around and look like you're bald. People just think, oh man, he just has a zero fade, with a nice lineup. It's like his lineup is always on point,
every day,
no matter what. So it definitely boosts the confidence of gentlemen that can't afford the $10,000 or $12,000 or $30,000 when you got to go to Turkey to get the hair implants or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just another alternative and another great service that you can add to your barbershop or beauty salon.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know it's starting to get big.
Yeah, it's getting big out there in the industry.
Yeah, that's dope. So let's take it back. You kind of mentioned before your second generation in the hair industry. So take it back. Give us a little history about your mom. Where'd she come from? Where were you?
Well, my mom's from Mexico. The Mexico City, Cuernavaca, Morelos, that's where she started at.
Yeah.
My grandma had a beauty salon, and then I had an uncle in Chicago as well that was a barber.
Yeah.
And then when she immigrated here to Phoenix, she started working just at a school and other different type of jobs, but she always was interested because obviously her mother did cosmetology and barbering. So then she opened up a shop. We actually opened up her first shop right here by Alhambra High School. I think it's off of... I don't know what avenue it is. It's right next to Alhambra High School, right across the street in her first little plaza. That was her first shop.
Yeah.
And then eventually she opened up the second shop, which is off 67th Avenue in Thomas.
Yeah.
She started working there in 1990, and she took it over in 95.
Yeah.
And then I started working there in 99.
Yeah.
So I kind of grew up in the industry, didn't really want to do it because I hated the hours. I didn't like the time.
Yeah.
So I went to school. I got educated. I got a bachelor's degree in business. I went to air conditioning school. I did that for 6 years.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of different odd jobs. And then eventually she just asked me if she needed help. So I went to go help. And here I am today. I travel around the world, not around the world, but, around the country with Johnny B Hair Care product. I'm sponsored by them. Yeah. So I get to teach. I get to show the product. I have my own clothing line, so it's a lot of fun, man. The industry has definitely grown from when I started to now. It's a monster now. Yeah. You have to learn how to take pictures. You have to learn how to take videos. Besides just taking your haircut or handing a business card to someone, it's a different ballgame now.
Yeah. So you just said a whole lot. So we're gonna unpack a little bit of that. Yep. So tell me about you getting into the game. You're a licensed barber. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm a barber and a cosmetologist.
And a cosmetologist. Okay, so at what point, you said your mom said she needed help. Had you already been to school or licensed at that point? Or
No, at that point, no, I wasn't.
Okay.
I kind of always dabbled with it. We always did it at home because we had two brothers. Both of my brothers are barbers as well.
Yeah.
They worked there at the shop. So we always there at the shop.
Yeah.
So when she said, can you come help me? I said, great. So she sent me to school. I actually was a cosmetologist first before I was a barber.
Yeah.
So then from there, I went to school and I learned, and then I just started cutting hair.
Yeah.
I went from there.
So how long did it take you to finish barber school or cosmetology? And then
cosmetology was a little bit over, I would say like 1,900 hours back then. Yeah. And then obviously when you wanted to do your barber's license, you only had to do half the hours. So you only had to do half the hours for barbering to get your barber's license.
Because you already had the Cosmo.
Because I already had the Cosmo, correct.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. So it wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
So now you're working with family. So you said your brothers are barbers. Did they become barbers before you, or where do you all fall in line?
I became a barber, and then they just followed in line because we all, my mom had a shop, so we're like, well, if we don't want to go to school, we can cut hair. So we went to go cut hair. So.
Yeah. And so when you, as far as the order goes, had you already went to college at that point and then became the barber, or was it the barber and then the college degree came later?
The college degree came later.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. And so you're in business together with your family. Tell me about that dynamic. How did that work out? What were the ups, the downs, the challenges with that?
It's always wonderful to work with family, but it's always very difficult as well.
Yeah.
Because family sometimes tends to, how could I say, they're family. So, they're like, okay, well, everything's cool. But no, sometimes it's not, because business is business and family is family.
Right.
But so far, so good. The dynamic that we have there at my shop is really great. We're a really close-knit family, so we never really get into arguments. And if we do, it lasts about 10 minutes, and then it's over. And we're back to laughing, watching, making jokes, and it is what it is, and we keep moving.
Yeah.
Can't take nothing to heart.
Yeah,
I've learned that the hard way, but, it happens. But definitely I could tell you it's been a wonderful journey with my family.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I work with family as well in our business. And so, in the beginning, it was, you were it's kind of like walking on ice, trying to figure everybody out.
Correct.
Like, okay, how far can we push each other, and then you have those moments where it's like,
I'm ready to go.
Right.
Keys, I'm out.
Right. Something big happens, an explosion takes place or whatever that is, but then you work through that.
Yeah, correct.
And then you're like, okay, we got through that, so anything else, it doesn't even matter. It's not that big of a deal. And you figure out everyone's strengths and weaknesses, and you come together as a family and you position everyone in the right place. So now working together with family, was there someone that kind of was mom really kind of the spearheading everything, or did someone else step up to kind of take over? Or
I could tell you it was my mom. My mom is kind of the one that guided us to where we're at now.
Yeah,
I definitely give her 100% credit. Without her, we wouldn't be here where we're at.
Yeah,
with the shop or with the clothing line or with Johnny B Hair Care Products or doing what we do now.
Yeah,
and to be honest, I love what I do.
Yeah,
it's amazing. I love coming to work every day.
Yeah,
get to hang out with my brothers. We get to cut hair. We get to joke. We get to sell T-shirts. It's like I'm at a party all day. It's like, that's why I'm like, I'm getting faded all day. So it's like you can't beat that. You know what I mean? But like you said at the beginning, you had to kind of just fill out where you would fall in the business sense of what were your strong suits and what were your negative suits. In a sense where we could kind of balance everything out.
Yeah. Yeah, so you work out those details and then you push forward. So and really when you're working with family, you get to create your own environment.
Correct.
And so how to work with everyone, the family members. And so what were, I guess, sort of once you've decided like, okay, we're in the business together, cutting hair, we're making it work. At what point did you decide to go to get a business degree?
When I finally realized that I know that my mom was going to retire sooner or later.
Yeah. And
also someone had to learn the business aspect of things, like general demographics of where your shop is at, what level of income or the people that live in your environment. Just little things like that would help you create a better business.
Yeah.
And grow and know what you're dealing with, the ins and outs of the bills, the positive, the negatives, aspects of just running a business all in general. I think it's important to have a business degree or somewhat knowledge in that to help you grow as a business owner.
Yeah.
Or just in business in general.
So what school?
I went to DeVry University.
Okay.
I got a 4-year a bachelor's degree there in business management.
Yeah, nice. And so what do you think has been like the most helpful aspect of having that degree? Learning the business, learning all of those things, but what is there one thing that you're like, man,
structure.
If I wouldn't have went to business school,
structure,
okay,
coordination,
yeah,
knowing where to look at the negative and the positive aspects of your business, in a sense of just like, okay, I did this year, I did X amount of money, but on this day of that year, I did X amount, but the next year I did less. Why? Mm-hmm. So, those little things like that, I've kind of learned when I went to business school on how to kind of figure it out and see, okay, well, what can I do to generate more revenue on those negative days of that last year or the year prior?
Yeah.
So I guess it's just little things here and there that will help you. But, school is not for everyone either.
Right.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of people that are very successful and never
went to school.
So, it's just all on how you feel.
Right.
And what you think is best for yourself.
Right.
In a sense.
So what was there anyone else in your family that took that route as well, that went to business school, or did they pursue any other kind of education after outside of the industry?
Well, my brother Kenny, he went to graphic arts, so he went to graphic arts degree.
Yeah.
That's big. That's my brother.
That's huge.
Yeah, so he's the one that mostly does all the designs for my Get Faded Apparel.
Yeah.
And he designs most of all our stickers, our banners. So it's great to have someone that I can just throw ideas at.
Yeah.
And right away
he picks it up and runs.
He comes with it. So he's my partner just as well as my brother, the Dub, and we all stick together, man. When we were growing up, we just had each other, so had to stick together,
Yeah, so it's amazing to see family come together and work together, especially when you have so many talents within one family, and you bring it together to drive this vision that you all have as a family. And so, a lot of times, even for our family, people look at us, oh, you guys are all family and you work together. Like, how does that work? Like this doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's very rare you see that these days.
Yeah.
But like I said, we've always been really close, and I wouldn't want to spend my time with anyone else. It's nice.
Yeah. So tell me about the evolution of Get Faded. How did that start? And
to be honest, it was funny. It went back to, I would say, probably 2004, 2005. I had just, because I have family in LA, Montebello. So I always go out there, and I always go to, downtown LA and, the alleyways there and just everything that sells. And I was just, that year, I just went down there and I saw some guys selling shirts, and I saw them making them there. And we were graffiti artists when we were kids as well, me and my brother. So the art's always been there. And I just saw him making this shirt, and I saw him how much he was making in just that one day that I was there. And I said, I bought 2 shirts, and I came back and I told my brother, I go, hey man, we're gonna make shirts.
Yeah.
And I started just spending money trying to make shirts. I could tell you I've probably messed up more than 100 shirts my first couple of years, just trying to figure everything out. Getting people to kind of help me how to screen print and just do everything in general and designs, and that's how it just evolved. And it just
took off running.
Took off running from there. We were actually Phoenix Kings when we first started. All we did was just Arizona Phoenix T-shirts.
Yeah.
And then obviously we were barbers, and I said, you know what, let's just do a barber line, because I still do other stuff for other companies as well. But then we just started a barber line, and it's been good ever since.
Yeah. So what is Get Faded? What is it? What does it mean?
Get Faded is it's a universal word. It's, having fun, enjoying life, getting a nice fade, getting faded, just living life to the fullest because we could be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
I could step out to the store and fall over the ledge, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's how quick life is.
Yeah.
It's like a blink of an eye. So I based it on just live it like it's your last moment and enjoy the moments, because time you could never get back.
Right.
You can always do everything else. You can always make more money. You can always do everything else, but time you can never get back.
Right.
It's priceless.
Priceless. Yes, sir. And so in the Get Faded line, sort of, what are some of the things that you create? Is it T-shirts? You do hats? I've seen a lot of stuff.
We do a wide variety of things. Yeah. We can do banners. We do T-shirts. We do hats. We do lanyards. We do bucket hats. We do pretty much about everything. Yeah. This year we'll definitely be at the AZ Barber Expo. Yeah. We'll definitely have a booth. Come check us out. We always come with the fire, so haven't really leaked a lot out to anybody because I've been really working on a lot of new stuff and actually setting up different ways. I'm trying to set the T-shirt for it to stand out a lot more. Yeah. A lot of great designs are coming out, so come see us, man. We'll be there.
Yes, sir. The AZ Barber Expo. Absolutely. We just had Tootie on here.
Oh, sweet. My guy.
Yeah.
My guy.
So he came through and, shed some light on the whole AZ Barber Expo and his vision and his goals. And so with Get Faded, where do you see it going at this point?
To be honest, I'm not here to make any money. I'm just here to live, have a good time, and if it makes it to the stars, then it's amazing. Yeah. But if a guy from the street's wearing it and I see him wearing it and he's enjoying it, that's good enough for me.
Wow. Yeah.
I've realized I'm 45 already, 46. Yeah. And I've realized throughout my time that you're not going to take anything with you. Yeah. None of this really matters. Mm-hmm. Just enjoy the moment and make memories and just, God always gives you exactly what you need. Yeah. He never gives you more. He never gives you less. Yeah. So that's how it is. So if it blows up, great. If it doesn't and you guys enjoy it and you guys like it, I'm good with that too, my guy.
Well, we see you all over social media, so.
Well, I try my best, man. I always tell everybody I'm a hyena. I'm hungry. I like to eat shrimp and steak. Yeah. Shrimp and lobster. If I can try to eat that every day, that's my goal. Every single day is try to get out there and get it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So beyond the Get Faded and let's talk about the shop. So this shop, the Designs Unlimited Cuts and Perms, that was the shop that you all started with your mom. She started.
She started, correct.
And then you all took over. Correct. And so mom is now retired.
Yes, but she's there. She's there. She has her clients, but she's retired. Yeah. Absolutely.
So how is she enjoying retirement and how does that affect the business with you all?
Obviously, it definitely affects us because she was the backbone of the business. A lot of her clients as well. But it seems like she seems to be enjoying herself very much, and I'm really happy. She put in over 30 years of hard work. She built this shop to where it's at now. I'm trying to take it to the next level. I do a little bit of everything out of there. Besides just men's, we also do women's. So we're all around shopping. Like I said, I'm a swap meet, man. I sell everything in there as well. I try to push everything because that's just how I grew up. Yeah. I grew up, I'm a seller. I'm not a buyer, So
gotcha.
If I can push this on you, I'm going to do it, because that's just in my nature. I don't mean to do it, but it's just in my nature. That's just how I grew up. Yeah.
Gotcha. And so with her being retired and the kids stepping up to take over, and so you got your line, you Get Faded line, you got the shop. What else you got going on? I know you got everything, but is there anything else in particular that you're either launching or you're starting up or that you would like to share?
I'm really just keeping it on the down low, really. I'm just trying to definitely the Scalp Micropigmentation. I'm definitely trying to push that a lot out of my shop and in my area. That's definitely one of my goals for this year. But everything else, I'm kind of just keeping on wrap.
Yeah.
I'm definitely trying to Get Faded to the next level. Just like anything, life is like a pyramid. It's stepping stones, So you just try to continue to do better and better every day. I try to be a better version of myself every day if I can.
Yeah.
Because we're human. We make mistakes. We're not perfect.
Right.
But if God gives us another day to wake up, try to make that day better than the last day.
Yeah. So are you married or?
No, I have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Any kids?
I have 3 daughters actually.
3 daughters. Yeah. Oh, 3 girls. Yeah. Nice. So how's that been being fatherhood and businessman? How do you make that balance?
It's hectic.
Yeah.
It's definitely hectic. You're always definitely on the run, but it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I think family is important. Family before anything. Family before money. Family before anything.
Yeah. So are they growing up in the shop as well, or
they have, but now they've gone to an age that they don't really want to go because, they're in their teens and they want to just be on their phone or hang out, or, you know what I mean. So my youngest one still goes, but my other 2 are pretty much
they want to go a different direction.
Yeah, they come and go.
Yeah.
I definitely would love for someone to step up, but if they don't, that's okay. I rather let them have their own dreams.
Yeah,
because we should all let them have their own dreams.
Yeah. So if there's as a barber, was there a way, or how did you all build your clientele when you first started as a barber?
Back then, I would get a stack of cards, and I used to stand in the middle of 67th Avenue in between the cars and hand out my cards. I'd go up to where Maryvale was at. I would do that. We would make flyers, word of mouth, and that's pretty much what we did back then. There was no...
This is pre-social media?
Yeah, this is pre-social media life, you know what I mean? Like you had the little Razor flip phone. It was on. So, that's really how it was back then. It wasn't about your clout on social media. It was about your skills. It was about your customer service. It was about how you treated people. It was a little bit more, how I could say, I don't know how to explain it. It was just a lot nicer back then. At least for me. Now I just feel like everybody's just following a clout. And, oh, wow, this guy did this or this person did that. But, to each his own. And you got to move with the times, because if you don't, you'll get left behind. So you got to move with the times. And it is what it is.
So how have you leveraged social media in your business?
I love it, man. It's wonderful. It's definitely brought a lot of business.
Yeah.
It's brought a lot of different people from a lot of different areas on my T-shirt business, on my barbershop, just everything in general. So I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
There's always positive and negatives to everything.
Yeah, because these kids now, they don't know anything different.
Correct. They don't. They didn't grow up. Like I grew up without, there wasn't even no cell phones back then.
Right.
I had a pager. Page me, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
that was the technology, the two-way.
Yeah. Two-way, that was it. Like,
yeah.
Now everybody has a touch screen. Like, little 5-year-old has a touch screen. So that's just the way of the world, and you got to continue to move on. Yeah. If not, you get left behind, for sure.
Right.
Real quick.
What do you do? Is there anything that you foresee that's coming that's going to change the barber game?
I just feel like, just like anything, barbering and cosmetology are just molding into one now. Because now I see a lot of barbershops pretty much almost providing almost every service, almost a salon that provides. So there's really the gap, I think, between those in the sense of services is gotten a lot closer.
Yeah, because you definitely see a lot more color in the barbering game.
Absolutely.
A lot more styling.
Yeah, a lot more of everything that you would see in a salon. So I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think it's great we can add more services and definitely charge a lot more, because I remember back then when I was cutting hair at a barbershop and other stylists that I knew were cutting, they were making a lot more money cutting hair stylists back then when we were barbering. And it seems like barbering is finally starting to catch up to that level of what your worth is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the worth and the respect.
Correct.
For the profession.
Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So again, with Get Faded, let's get back to Get Faded. You got T-shirts, you got hats, you got I've seen some of the designs. Is there any one design that just really took off for you, or anything like that that is just like, man, I couldn't believe that this design did as well as it did?
Actually, the design that actually launched us out was our Mickey Hands.
Mickey Hands.
Our Mickey Hands design. Yeah. It was the one that literally just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
After that design, that's the best design in the whole line.
Yeah.
Is the Mickey Hands. So if you get a chance, get a Mickey Hands shirt. It has a razor blade, shears, and then a clipper hand. So that's one of our best sellers. We have a good amount of designs. We definitely will have more than 20 or 30 designs there.
Yeah. So as a barber, and now you're creating all of these different streams of revenue for yourself. Do you see any of them? We talked about family a little bit, and your kids seemingly are not interested. So what's going to happen? How are you going to pass this on, or is this something you feel you can sell, or what do you think the future holds?
Well, I hope definitely to pass it on. That's definitely what every business owner would like to do. But if we have to sell, and when I'm ready to retire, then we sell.
Yeah.
And I would have enjoyed the time that we had, and you know what I mean. It is what it is. People change, things change. We get old. Yeah. It's just how life is.
Yeah.
You're not young forever. Right. It would be nice, but you're just not young forever. Eventually, we're going to get old. So, but it's wonderful. My grandpa would always tell me it's better to get old than not get old.
Yeah.
Some people don't make it. So
they don't make it to get old.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he goes, it sucks being old, but he goes, but it's great that I made it.
Yeah.
So
wise man.
Absolutely. So I definitely want to make it to get old. I definitely want to get old. I'm ready.
Outside of grandpa, is there anyone else who gives you inspiration that you just look up to? Are there any mentors, or what? Who do you respect?
God.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I respect everybody, and I'm so happy that everybody is doing their thing, because we're all one of one. There is no other person like us. So it's amazing. And I learn off of everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't look up to anybody except for God.
Yeah.
He's the one that guides me.
Yeah.
Do I like a lot of? Absolutely. I love everybody. I love everybody in the industry. It's wonderful that everybody's growing and being so successful, and the talent is coming out, because this is an art.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's an art.
Yeah.
You change something into something else. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, God, that's for me.
And so when people see you, we see you quite a few different places. So you're definitely making an impact on the Arizona barbering community. So how does that make you feel to know that you are making an impact and showing what's possible?
It feels wonderful. I just want to try to help as many people as I can. Like I said, I volunteer with Cloud Cover Streets that helps the homeless out to get their haircuts, feed them, bathe them, give them some sort of clothing or whatever, just to help out a little bit. So, the keys to heaven is kindness.
Yeah.
So I think it's important for us to give back. If you have a talent, if you can cook, great, make some food. Or if you can cut hair, great, cut some hair.
Yeah.
Just anything. And you don't even have to do what I do. You can do something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's tons and tons of people that need help. Well, there's tons and tons of things that you can do to help each other out. So
yeah.
That's how I look at it. And I've learned through life that it's just we're here to help each other out.
Yeah. Give back.
Give back, correct.
Yeah. So if you had one piece of advice for a barber, up and coming barber, what would you say? That one thing that hands down that you said, this is what really helped me.
Never stop learning. Never stop learning.
Yeah.
Never stop learning, because I can learn from someone that just got out of beauty school to someone that has been in the industry for 20 years. You'll never stop learning. I love to learn. I love to get educated. I love to educate people. I love to spread knowledge, because that's the real power, not the money, not anything else. It's knowledge.
Yeah. Because once you know how to do something, if you lose it
nobody can take that away from you.
Yeah,
ever.
you can get it back.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. Knowledge is power. That is truth.
Correct.
Yeah. So let's talk about Johnny B and becoming an educator for Johnny B. How did that come about?
Oh, that was a journey as well. That was around 2005. Johnny B usually has an academy that you have to enter a video summit, and they go over the videos. Actually, my brother Kenny was he got into the educating with them first before I did. It took me about a year later or a year and a half later until I got chosen to go to the academy. And it's been wonderful. It's a great company. The product is wonderful. They definitely, their gel is the number one selling gel in America. Not because I work for them, but
it actually is.
It actually is. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's a product that sells itself. It's the owners are wonderful. I've been able to try. I never thought that I would go to New York cutting hair. I've gone to New York twice with them.
Yeah,
I've done hair shows, big hair show events with them. I get to teach at colleges. I get to teach people my knowledge that I've learned for over 24, 25 years.
This episode is brought to you by Leonetti's Barber Supply. We've been in the barber supply business since 1968, helping barbers deliver their best haircuts. We're located at 1633 East McDowell Road, Phoenix, Arizona, 85006. We've got everything you need. We've got your clippers, we've got your trimmers, we've got your disinfectants, everything you need to help you deliver your best haircut. Now let's get back to this episode.
In this industry, I've definitely done everything wrong at least once. Everything.
Yeah.
So I can definitely tell you what not to do. That's for sure.
And sometimes it takes that to...
It actually does. You have to fall to get back up.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So with Johnny B and you being able to make those journeys and, what sort of connections have you made, being a part of Johnny B or any of your companies that you hold?
Oh, it's definitely been the network is amazing because you get to actually rub elbows with all the headliners that you see at all the shows, that are doing all the hair shows from Andis to Babyliss to Gamma to even all the stylist products as well that are out there. Mm-hmm. All the colors, all the color brands. So it's really amazing. The networking is great. I definitely recommend anybody if you can try to get sponsored by a brand or if you can try to even make any of the hair shows, do it because like I said, knowledge is power, and the industry is constantly changing 24/7. So yeah, it's fast. Always real quick.
Yeah. And so have you been in any competitions? Do you compete or?
I really don't compete, man. I'm a vendor. I'm a seller.
Okay.
I like to go watch. I love to go watch, but what I like to do is sell.
Yeah.
So I'll always be there for sure, but I'll be selling.
And so selling, what do you think is it that the aspects of selling that you really just love to do?
I just love the hustle, man.
Yeah.
I love to see someone walking by me and not even paying attention to my booth, and I can reel them in.
Yeah.
And before they leave with a shirt, a hat, but they leave with something. I just love the hustle. Yeah. I've always been good at selling things since I was a kid. I grew up selling in the swap meet all day.
Yeah.
So that's what I love to do.
What did you sell at the swap meet?
We used to sell cassette tape, bootleg cassette tapes all day. 2 for $5, baby. 2 for $5. 2 for $5. 2 for $5. Yeah. From Mexican music to hip hop to any type of music that you knew, we sold it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you grew up selling.
I grew up in the swap meet. I grew up I was a seller, so that's what I know how to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's a great skill to have because you can sell, you can survive.
Yeah, correct. And I'm not afraid to talk to anybody or get rejected or anything like that. Just keep it going, keep it going.
So in your career, what would you say has been the wildest thing that you've seen that, just blew your mind, good or bad?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. I couldn't just pinpoint one thing.
Okay, give me one example. Give me one.
Like I said, the journey has been definitely amazing.
Yeah.
I remember going to one hair show, and it was the guys were doing designs, but this gentleman was doing the design on himself on the back of his head, and he created a face, and that just blew me out the water.
Yeah.
I never had seen someone actually be able to do with a mirror. So It was pretty amazing. pretty amazing.
Not only to give the self haircut, but a design on the back of the head.
Correct.
Using a mirror.
Correct. Just a mirror. That's it. You know, it was back then. They didn't have those ones that fold out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
he was just with a mirror, and he was looking at the other mirror in front of him, and he was going at it.
Yeah.
So.
And that was at a competition.
Yeah, that was at a competition.
Yeah,
actually.
nice. Yeah. So going out to these competitions, what would you say? You know, some of the differences that you've seen between the competitions, and you know, being a part of a lot of different ones. What are the good things and the bad things about going to these events and the vendoring events?
The great thing is the networking. That's the best. I definitely think some of the prices on like the categories are a little high for some of these events, but definitely I don't know the logistics of what it costs to throw the events.
Yeah.
So I can't really dictate on that.
Yeah.
But for me, as if I was throwing an event, it would be $25 or $50, no more than that, man. You know what I mean? Like, and let everybody get in and let's, you know, get the boxing gloves on and let's get faded.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
and as a vendor, how do you pick and choose which events you're going to go to? How do you pick? What's your sort of process for that?
If I have enough time to get everything like I like it, then that's the show I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as I have enough time to do exactly what I need to do to make sure my booth is always standing out, then I'm going to try to do as much as I can.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm always hungry.
Which show has been your favorite?
Well, the AC Barber Expo has been one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Out of here. The industry definitely has changed. There used to be a big hair show that was here that would come, and I would do with Johnny B. Mm-hmm. But it's not here anymore. It doesn't come anymore. The companies have, because of COVID and, you know, things change now. So really, they're one of the biggest ones here, which is pretty awesome. So
yeah,
at least for me, like I said, I'm trying to get a booth. I'm trying to get a booth, my guy. Hook it up, dog.
I'm sure
shout out, give me a hug.
Right. I'm sure he got you. We'll send him this clip.
Yeah,
right here.
Send him that clip right there. I got a shirt for you, dog.
Come get faded.
Yeah, come get faded, bro.
At the AZ Barber Expo.
Right.
Sometime in August. I forget the date. You remember the date?
No, I don't. It's sometime in August, though. Definitely no.
So yeah. So you know, how do you? What's your biggest source or processing your orders? Are they coming through social media, or is it more in person?
It's a little of both.
Yeah.
It's a little both because, like I said, I'm located off of 67th Avenue and Thomas.
Yeah.
Kind of right in the middle of West Phoenix. So you can always just pull up to my shop.
Yeah.
We do shirts there on the fly sometimes, you know, with vinyl, stuff like that. So
August 13th.
So it's a little bit of both, you know. It's a little bit of both. So it's great.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like any business. Sometimes you have some downtime, sometimes you have some up times.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah. At the end of the day, when you turn off the machines, you turn off the clippers, and you're outside and you are your government name. I won't say it. You're not Piztol Pete. You're not Get Faded. What is it that you like to do?
Enjoy time with my family, my loved ones. Just cherish the moments that you have.
Yeah. Because
like I said, life is short.
Yeah.
So.
Family man.
Yeah, that's all I'm good. I really don't need nothing else. I'm good.
Very simple, very humble.
I'm a very simple man. Life is very simple. Everybody makes it very complicated, but life is very simple. Yeah. You don't need a lot to be happy.
Yeah.
We just have all these things around us that make us want it.
Right.
When you don't really need it.
Yeah.
Life is simple.
Yeah, very simple. Very simple.
But we tend to make it complicated.
Yeah. So if you had one last word of advice before we go, is there anything else that you wanted to say or leave with the audience, and any advice, or what would that be?
Just don't stop learning.
Yeah.
Help as many people as you can, and enjoy life because it's short.
Yes, sir. Man, you make it sound so simple and easy.
As long as God is with you, there's nothing else that can hurt you.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. It took me a long time to understand that.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that can touch you, man.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not here to get rich. I'm not here to do anything.
Yeah.
As long as I can live and I'm okay, then I'm good with that.
And family is good.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, well, we certainly appreciate you stopping by.
I appreciate you guys, man.
Spending time with us, and we will look forward to doing some things and seeing you at the AZ Barber Expo, man.
Absolutely. We'll be there. Y'all come check us out. AZ Barber Expo, August 13th. Right. You know, to my guy, hook it up. Come on, my dog. Throwing it out there.
Go ahead and tell people where they can find you.
Come check us out at Designs Unlimited Cuts and Perms at 67 Avenue in Thomas, northeast corner in a Full City Plaza. We do T-shirts there. We cut hair. We color. We do a little bit of everything. Come check us out.
Yes, sir. And there you have it. And thank you all for tuning in again, where we talk to real barbers, real people. We have real talk. Hopefully you've been inspired. You've been educated. As we have shared, Get Faded story, Piztol Pete. We thank him for coming by. See you on the next episode. Peace out.
Deuce.